Bud to beat Canelo. Like I said, I've been saying this. I don't think size win fights. I think skills do. So yeah, I think like being a southpaw with good movement and sharp boxing, it'd be hard for Canelo with that high guard to walk him down and load up on them big hooks. I think Bud to beat Canelo.
Crawford, his composure going to be like the moment a punch lands on him from Canelo?
Are you kidding me? Take that question back.
Yeah, why?
Because you're talking about Crawford.
Yeah.
He's
the weight classes.
He's the most composed guy. Yeah. What, you don't think he'll be prepared? You think it'll be a shock to him?
Saul Canelo Alvarez and Terence Bud. Crawford's eagerly awaited in-person meeting occurred during a high-stakes publicity tour prior to their highly anticipated super middleweight fight on September 13, 2025 in Las Vegas. Under the close scrutiny of the world's media, the two combatants locked eyes in a spectacular clash that was televised during the Riyadh season. They exchanged firm looks and confident declarations. Silent but electric, it was a tense, cinematic moment. Both men foreshadowed the upcoming confrontation of styles and legacies in the ring, with Canelo's steely glare and Crawford's composed resolve. With two of boxing's top pound-for-pound fighters vying for undisputed super middleweight supremacy, the buildup has been described as nothing less than the fight of the century.
More unrelated to this fight, but Turkey made it seem like you weren't going to be promoting the Terence Crawford-Canelo fight. Is there anything you can kind of clear up on that?
He made it feel like I wasn't?
Yeah, well, he said that someone else was promoting it. He didn't say no TKO. He just didn't include your name in a tweet, and people kind of freaked out online about like, where'd Dana go?
I'm going to tell you what's awesome, man. So there's a lot of up things about boxing, but they don't say shit. I mean, nobody talks. It's the most amazing thing.
The renowned Mexican boxer Canelo Alvarez is the undisputed super middleweight champion and a champion in 4 different weight classes. Canelo has established himself as one of the greatest boxers in history by defeating many of the biggest names in the sport, thanks to his devastating power, defensive prowess, and variety in the ring.
You fought Floyd Mayweather at what? Were you 23?
23.
That's so fucking young.
Yeah.
What was that like?
I trained so hard, and now obviously I try to beat him, because you know, if you beat him, you want to be the best in the world at 23.
What do you think was so impressive about him?
His experience, he's so smart. He have everything in a fighter, a complete fighter. He don't have power in the punches, but when you that kind of fighter, you don't need it.
You think that was the toughest fight you faced?
No.
What do you think?
I think it's tough fights and difficult fights. That was a difficult fight.
Canelo is beating these guys with all 5 layers of defense. Number 1, feet. Number 2, elbows, hands, shoulders, and the mind. This is exactly how both of those guys got to the highest level of boxing supremacy. Canelo Alvarez means to the Mexican fans what Floyd Money Mayweather meant for black people. 50 wins in boxing, no losses, no draws. And follow for more.
A multi-division world champion, Terence Crawford hails from Omaha, Nebraska, and has won championships in the lightweight, light welterweight, welterweight, and super welterweight weight classes. Crawford made history by defeating Errol Spence Jr. to become the undisputed welterweight champion. He is well known for his switch-hitting prowess, excellent ring IQ, and knockout power.
We have to talk about this. Terence Crawford just tweeted, Canelo versus Crawford is definitely by far the biggest fight in boxing. This guy is not playing around. All right. Crawford, pound for pound, number 1. Canelo, biggest star in boxing still at the moment. Anywhere. I'm not talking about just in the US, Mexico, the UK, everywhere. Canelo is now open. At first it was, hey, I can't go down to 160. I can't do a catch weight of 160. If he wants to fight me, it's going to be at 168. Plus, I'm not going to get any credit if I beat a Terence Crawford. It would be like Terence Crawford fighting Tank, moving 2 weight classes up, and I'm not going to get credit for that. Terence Crawford is a special fighter. He is like a Floyd and a Manny that can move up to weight classes, carry his power, can beat up bigger guys. He's a special.
With a professional record of 63 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, and 39 knockouts, Canelo Alvarez is a formidable force in the super middleweight class. He has won championships in 4 weight classes: light heavyweight, junior middleweight, middleweight, and super middleweight. In 2021, Canelo made history by becoming the first undisputed super middleweight champion.
Canelo needs to understand he's a different fighter now. The deterioration is there. He's not the same guy. He's not that destroyer who's looking for knockouts early and keeps a pace and a pressure on you. He throws 30 punches around. You're not the same guy. So telling everyone you're going to knock them out and then going into, 6 decisions in a row now? Scores a knockdown every time. Power's still there. The problem is the pace and the ability to carry on and push. That's the real difference, and that comes with age. He's 34 going on 45 at this, as far as I'm concerned. He's got a ton of fights, been around for a long time, doesn't have that same desire, the same drive to take the chances against these younger, bigger guys, because he is fighting younger, bigger guys.
Alvarez, who is 34 years old and 5'8", combines strength, speed, and experience to make him a dangerous opponent. In May 2025, he defeated William Skull by unanimous decision, solidifying his position as a top fighter. Canelo continues to stand out due to his technical prowess and in-ring intellect, even in the face of increasing competition from younger athletes.
Canelo, and he was like standing right in front of Canelo, and Canelo's just whiffing. It was a life lesson. And then you look at how good Canelo's head movement got after that fight when he realized it. I mean, my God, when he fought Danny Jacobs, and Canelo's just standing right in front of him, bobbing and weaving. That's all what he learned from fighting Floyd.
Crawford stressed that this matchup isn't defined by physical prowess. He reminded supporters that he is the same height as Canelo and that his reach is significantly larger. "He's a heavy dude, but he's not a large guy," Crawford remarked of Canelo. "I am 5 feet 8 inches taller than him, and my arms are longer than his." He brushed aside the story of a size disparity, pointing out that their weight class history is where the true difference lies. Canelo has gone as high as light heavyweight, while Crawford has progressively advanced from lightweight to super welterweight.
Canelo fight, realistically left your mind once he said he's not interested, or you still pursuing it?
Not at all. I think business talk. With the right business come across the table, it happened. I just be talking, man. Canelo a big dude, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I believe in my abilities. He's a heavy dude, but he's not a big guy. Like, he's 5'8", I'm 5'8", you know what I mean? My arm's longer than his, so that fight would be good.
How's Crawford, his composure going to be like the moment a punch lands on him from Canelo?
Are you kidding me? Take that question back.
Yeah, why?
Because you're talking about Crawford.
Yeah. He's the weight classes.
He's the most composed guy. What, you don't think he'll be prepared? You think it'll be a shock to him? No. He's already moved up 3 weight classes. So now you're talking 6 if you add on 3. Crawford has the ability to slow things down in the ring that very few people have, and to see things that nobody else can see because he slows it down. Yeah, he's got great power. He carried it up. Yeah, he's got good hand speed. Yeah, he's got all that. He's got good technique. His coaches do a tremendous job with him. But the timing is impeccable. It's better than anyone else's. Why? Because of this. When a guy has that ingredient, and very, very few have, I can't count him out.
After first dismissing the prospect of meeting Crawford, Canelo finally warmed up to the idea, declaring that he would fight anyone if it made sense financially and in terms of his legacy. Terence Crawford, meanwhile, made the unusual decision to enter the ring with Canelo without first accepting a tune-up fight. Gaining 168 pounds is a significant change in weight, and facing Canelo head-on makes the task even more difficult. Analysts say that Crawford might find it difficult to lift this larger weight, particularly while facing Canelo, who is more seasoned and accomplished. Many detractors contend that Crawford is endangering his legacy in the fight, which is more about a big money than it is about competition. Most people agree that Crawford has little chance of beating Canelo, therefore this fight is more about business than pure athletics.
Terence Crawford gonna beat Canelo Alvarez. We need to talk about it. When we look at the guys who've had success with Canelo, we'll look at Bivol, we'll look at Golovkin, we'll look at Floyd, and we'll look at Lara. Yes, I'll throw Lara in there. Why not? I think all these fights are absolutely irrelevant coming into this bout. Some of them are just dated, or some of these guys' style just cannot apply. For example, a guy in Lara. If Crawford wanted to fight how Lara fought Canelo, he would probably gas out in 7 rounds, or if he made it 12, he just wouldn't get that decision. It's that simple. Let's take a guy in Golovkin. Crawford just simply does not have the punching power, nor do I think he has the gas tank at 68. He's not a good enough puncher to try to fight Canelo like Golovkin. He doesn't have the physical traits, even in the chin department. Then you have Floyd Mayweather. Well, both can have a bit of similarities. The speed, reflexes, technical prowess, IQ, timing, counterpunching, lateral movement. It's just too much from Floyd. I don't think Bud could take much from Floyd's game plan to implement it into his own success in September. And then you have Dimitri. The speed, the technical prowess, the IQ, the length is too much. So essentially, Terence Crawford is going to have to beat Canelo in a way that nobody has ever beaten him or gave him any issues in. I'm going to tell you exactly how Crawford's going to fight. He's going to fight like his damn self. It's too late in his career to change up the game plan. It's too late in his career for him to want to change up the game plan, come into a fight of this magnitude with a style he's never fought before. That will be a recipe for disaster. He's going to be more than likely off the back foot. He's going to be looking for counter shots. And I think there will be a point in this fight where he's simply just trying to survive. I like Crawford. He's an amazing pound-for-pound fighter. A different animal at 168. This is one of the greatest of all time. I see win scenarios for him, but I don't see him being realistic. I can see him fighting off the back foot, using his speed, timing, and feet to stay away from Canelo, but that's very, very, very unlikely, damn near impossible.
Which do you believe will prevail in this titanic fight? Canelo's strength or Crawford's intelligence? Leave your guess in the space provided below.